We're going to do a how to use a machine polisher, and this is our Dura-Coating technology polisher that we sell on our website. So I'm going to show you guys how to use this and actually how to go through all of the same steps that we would use if we were going to polish your car and you brought it to us to do a full paint correction polish to remove all the scratches and swirls and then complete the process with a professional ceramic coating. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that, go through all the steps. The first step we would do is we would go ahead and wash the car once or twice with our exterior deep clean and prep to get the car totally clean, get all the dirt, bugs, whatever off of it. This will strip waxes off of it and whatnot. So this would be our first step to wash the vehicle with this. If you go to the website, there's videos on how to use everything I'm going to show you as well. So exterior deep cleans on our website, there's a video for that too. The second step we would do would be doing a full clay bar on the vehicle. So after we wash with exterior deep clean, we would go through and we would clay bar the vehicle with the clay bar. These are really, really high quality clay bars. These are used by auto dealers, Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, they would use these as well. So these are not the junk ones you find from China on Amazon. So there's a video on how to do this too. This is really easy to do. You know, a 6-year-old could do it. It's very simple. From there, we would go through and we would do a quick wipe down on the car. Generally, we would use our product called Surface Clean. This hasn't been released to the public yet, but it's coming out. We would do a quick Surface Clean wipe down to get all the clay bar residue and whatnot off with this, and then we would move on to our step 1 compound polish that we would start polishing with the machine. From there, we would wipe the car down after we're done polishing, of course. We usually use our Surface Clean again to do that, or you can wash the vehicle down with exterior deep clean again. And then from there we would move on to either one of our final polishes, either our step 2 final polish or our ceramic final polish, either one. If you use the step 2 polish, when you're done polishing, we would recommend you wash the vehicle down again with the exterior deep clean before you moved on to any one of our 3, we actually have 4, but any one of these 3 ceramic coatings. We also have extreme nano coat, which is our highest level ceramic. If you wanted to go that far, you could. If you polished with our ceramic final polish, on the final polish, you would not need to do a wipe down at all. You would be able to go right from this right to ceramic coatings if you wanted to. This is a new polish we have out. So I'm going to get into the polisher now. I'm going to show you guys how the polisher works, how the pads work, polishing, basic polishing 101 techniques. There's a lot of ways to polish vehicles. There's a lot of polishers out there you can use. There's a lot of pads as well. I'm going to show you guys a very simple process. If you have a different way you do it, that's fantastic. We don't need to know about it. But this is just one way to polish. There's a lot of ways to polish. So let's get started with the polisher and the polish. Start out using our step 1 compound polish with our DA polisher. These are very safe to use. You will not burn paint with a DA polisher. They just don't create enough heat and enough speed. Rotary polishers burn paint. These are simple to use. You know, my 10-year-old son polishes with this. Very easy to use. We're going to use a DA wool pad. This is a Velcro backing plate. We're going to go ahead and place the backing plate and the polishing pad together. I'm going to take my step 1 polish. I'm going to put a couple pea-sized drops on there. Now, if this pad was not being used before, I would probably put 4 or 5 pea-sized pads on there to what we call prime the pad. But the pad is primed, so I'm only going to use 2 pea-sized pads. I'm going to polish this door in about 4 sections. So section 1, section 2, section 3, and section 4 is generally how I would polish it. And I'm going to do it the same way even with the final polish. So both polishes as far as that goes will be the same. So I'm going to go ahead and set the polisher to speed 4 to spread my polish out. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to polish this section right here. I go ahead and spread the polish out. This is how I do it, and then I would go ahead and raise my speed back up to speed 6, and then from there I'm going to go ahead and polish. I'm going to use a lot more pressure with this pad, so let's go ahead and do that. that would be my first pass with the compound polish and the DA wool pad. So if I get in the light, I can see anywhere that there's a couple scratches that are still there. You can determine whether or not you want to take them out. If you notice, I'm doing basically 50% overlap passes. So I went down one way this way, half over, back up, and I did the same thing horizontally halfway down. So they call that 50% overlapping. I generally will not go over the corner sections of the doors until some of my last passes. That way I do not get polish all down inside the doors. So that's usually my last few passes are going down any of the seams. So generally during compounding, you're going to use heavier pressure. You're going to move the polisher a lot slower. Some clear coats are hard clear coats, some are very soft. Each clear coat, each paint, each car you polish will be different. So you just never know which one you're going to get. So compounding to get everything out may take a long time to do, may take a few hours to do, may take you a couple different times to do that, but that's basically the process. The final polishing is much, much easier. Really all of the work is done during compounding. The final polish is easier, so I'm going to go ahead and wipe this off real fast. I'll show you what we accomplished so far. So let me grab my towel, and I'm going to go through and wipe this off. And you can see just basically how good it looks now with just the one pass over it. So you can see the difference from this side where there's scratches to that side there, and how much better that looks than that side. So that would be our first initial compounding step. Now if I wanted to do it again, I could certainly go over that section again and do more compounding, which you can determine. So from here, I'm going to basically change the pads out from the DA wool. I'm going to change it out to one of our finishing pads. Now, always have a clean mat or somewhere to lay your pads and your polisher onto. Never lay your pads, your polishers, and your towels onto the ground because they will pick up dirt. So that's very, very important. So this pad's not been used yet. I just opened it, so I'm going to show you guys how to prime the pad. So you're going to put your polish on here, and then basically you're going to take your finger and we're going to go ahead and work it into the pad. This is what's called priming the pad. So we work it in, get the pad wet, and then from here on out you're just going to use two pea-size dots. Again, I'm going to go ahead and change my speed down to 4 and spread my polish out. Then I'm going to go ahead and change my speed to 6, and we're going to go ahead and use medium pressure, same type of 50% overlap, same process as for the first couple passes. We can lighten up our pressure on the final pass. Again, I don't go over the seams until I've worked the polish in. The final polish, you'll know when the polish is fully broken down because it basically turns clear and you can see the nice shiny surface that you guys have. So again, we'll go in a couple different directions, 50% overlapping in both directions, and keep the polisher moving and work it slow. It's not rocket science, guys. Anyone can do this. that would be it for our final polish step. And again, guys, this is a really, really safe polisher to use. It's a dual action polisher. It's not rotary. Rotary polishers create heat, and as you're polishing your area with a rotary polisher, when you get done, you can put your hand on it, and it is really, really hot to where you'll actually burn your skin. They can get so hot. With this machine, you can polish your area and touch it to see, how much heat you're creating. These really don't create any heat as far as that goes to burn any paint. So these are really safe. Again, keep the polisher moving. If you've got some high spots or some door panels that stick out higher than the other, or some lower panels, you can run a little piece of tape down those edges that stick up if you want to protect them more, or just use light pressure. And like I said, I only go over my seams where the doors are when the polish has already been worked in a little bit, so I don't have to clean out those door jambs when I'm doing it. So that would be our final polish. From there, guys, we would either go to our extreme deep clean again and wash the whole vehicle down once we're done, let it fully dry. Then we would move on to one of our ceramics. The Celsius is 1 year with one coat. That's how long it lasts. The diamond coat lasts 2 years with one coat. The one coat nano lasts 4 years with one coat. And then we have another one called extreme nano coat that with 4 coats will last 10 plus years on that one. So that would be our process. We do have a new product coming out too called Surface Clean that you can actually spray and go ahead and wipe down, that will break down the surface oils on the car before you go to ceramics. But we do prefer here to do a full wash. If you got the time to do it, do a full wash with exterior deep clean to make sure you get all the polishing oils off the vehicle before you go to a ceramic coating to get the best possible bond. Again, guys, there are product videos on all the products we have. The ceramic coatings have their own product videos as well on how to install them and put them on. They're super easy to do. The ceramics, literally, you spray them onto your pad, wipe the area down real fast, let it sit for 30 to 40 seconds, wipe it off with a towel, and away you go. They're easier to use than waxes. So if you have more questions, you can always message us. You can call us. You can message us on Facebook, Instagram, email, however you want to do that. All of our products are made in the USA. We ship them direct to you right from our Florida warehouse. And as we always say, we make the best product on the market, period. So if you have questions, call us. Thanks for your support, guys.